The summer, let me tell you something. The summer of Tire Rack Sweepstakes rolling on. On and on and on and on. It's not over. No, we're in August now, and it's heating up. Not only the weather's heating up, but this contest is heating up as well. One winner has already been selected. Can you believe that? We've had one winner already selected for a set of 4 brand spanking new tires. How sweet is that? And now 2 more winners have the opportunity to have their name picked out of the hopper. And you can get a set of 4 brand new tires plus installation. Right? That's included in this. The taxes, the fees, you never bought tires before, they always add those extra things on. All that's covered. Boom! All of it's covered right there. Valued at up to $1,500, depending on which tires you end up with. I recommend the most expensive because it's a contest. If you win the contest, just enjoy them. Have a great time. So, listen, enter daily. Enter right now. Enter tomorrow. Enter the next day. Every single day, 1 new entry per listener, per day there. You enter the contest, and every single day, you boost your chances to win, and you could be the lucky winner. So, again, 2 more winners will take home a set of 4 brand spanking new tires. You love that smell of rubber. Yeah, you get that. Through August 27th. To enter and get all the rules, regulations, and all that, go to foxsportsradio.com, your new favorite website. foxsportsradio.com, sponsored by tirerack.com, the way tire buying should be. Now, tomorrow, the exhibition season kicks off. The Jets, a 1.5-point favorite over the Browns in the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio, the hallowed grounds of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, just across the way there. So they have the Hall of Fame game. But this story, it's from the gambling market. It comes out of the Windy City. A stunner from down under in Chicago there. The MVP odds, always a fun topic of conversation. So if you saw this, you might know what I'm talking about, but maybe you didn't see it. Might not be a gambler. Maybe you're a gambler, but you don't bet on this kind of thing. So let me explain. The People's Choice to win the Most Valuable Player award in the NFL by a wide margin, a quarterback for the Bears named Justin Fields. Say what? Yes, that's what we've been told here, that Justin Fields is the People's Choice to win the 2023 Most Valuable Player award. We are told that Fields has more bets at one of the big books to win the Most Valuable Player of the Year award than quarterbacks Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Josh Allen combined. Hello? Yeah. So let us discuss the question on this one. Why? Give me the why. Why are bettors going crazy for Justin Fields in the MVP race? They're going gaga for Justin Fields. Why is that? Not Lady Gaga, just gaga. So I've got German Fairy Tale, Jackie Moon, and Tongues. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make a Gatorade shower, is what we're going to make. Big shower of Gatorade. Now, to lead off the festivities here, this has become a rite of passage this time of the year. Has anyone else noticed it? Am I the only one that's noticed this? The last 5 years or so in the NFL, there is inevitably this time of the year, right around the beginning of the exhibition season of the NFL, where someone or some team becomes the darling and everyone's running to the betting window or their smartphones to put a bet down. So the lesson on this is how easily manipulated the low information fan is. Now, I love gambling. I have done Benny versus the Penny on radio and the internet for years. And sometimes I do well, sometimes I don't. I love gambling. What I hate is dumb gamblers. Can't stand them because they make us all look bad. Make us all look bad, right? And now, you even if you know what you're doing and you do your research, you're still probably going to lose. But at least you lose with your head on straight. It's the people that just are reactionary and frivolous that drive me to neurosis. And there's so many more people out there like that. It bothers me. And this is a great example, this Justin Fields story. A wonderful, wonderful example, because the manipulation to the low information fan, it goes down very smooth, like Tennessee whiskey. Very smooth. And it's like a modern-day German fairy tale is what it is. Rumpelstiltskin, right? Let me give you the plot here. Let me explain what the plot is of the way the manipulation works. So some powerful blowhard with a big platform gets on the microphone or in front of the camera or both and can literally turn straw into gold by the morning, and that's what's happening here. There was a very prominent ESPN personality that has been hyping up Justin Fields, and he and several others have been doing that, and here we have the fruit of their labor. A lot of wagers, right? They oversell Justin Fields, who, let me check my notes here, was the worst quarterback in the NFL at throwing the football last season among quarterbacks that played all season, had the lowest completion percentage in the NFL, wasn't even close in terms of players and their ability to complete passes. And so everyone's just giving him a mulligan. They're like, well, it's everyone else's fault, and it's not his fault. And so the low-information fan, the uneducated fan, gets taken to the cleaners. They get taken for a ride. And they seem to enjoy it because they're putting their bets down. They're going crazy for Justin Fields. And, of course, the gambling houses laugh all the way to the bank as the saying goes there on Wall Street, get that dumb money. And there's nothing better than dumb money. They want dumb money, and they're getting their dumb money. Let me give you here the analysis. Justin Fields will not win the MVP award in 2023 for 3 reasons. A, he's a horrific passer. Even if he gets better, he's not going to be able to close the gap. B, the Bears aren't going to win enough games. To be an MVP, with few exceptions, you have to be on one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the NFL. The Bears are not going to be one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the NFL, so that's a problem. The third problem here is, unless I missed it, Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow are still playing. So those other guys are still out there. So you got big problems if you're Justin Fields in order to win the MVP. If the Bears have a winning record, that would be stunning if the Bears have a winning record. I know the division stinks. The Vikings are average, and the Lions are average, and the Packers are supposed to be bad. I get that. But the Bears, man, even with the moves they made, it's good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And now turn to the page. So let's go now to Detroit. Stay in that NFC North. And we go to the Motor City. Good story here. Dan Campbell, the man that will eat your kneecap off. Dan Campbell had another great quote, a follow-up to something that he had talked about in the past. Now, I don't know if you saw this one or not, but Dan Campbell popped up on the Pardon My Take podcast, and he stated that the owner of the Detroit football team, Sheila Ford Hamp, had signed off, had given her blessing to Dan Campbell's idea to have a lion, a live lion on the sidelines during games. Well, the lion would be in a cage, but yeah, the king of the jungle right there in a cage on the sidelines in Detroit. What's not to like? And Campbell revealed that even though the owner gave her blessing, it was the league office that hit the eject button on that and said, no, you cannot do that. You're not allowed to have a live lion. I don't care if you go to Africa and get it yourself. You can't have the lion on the sidelines. You're not allowed to do that. So what do you think? Here's the question. What do you think of the NFL putting the kibosh on Dan Campbell's live mascot plan in the NFL? So I will say this. It is hypocritical of the NFL. Here's why. There are teams that are allowed to have live mascots on the sidelines. Have you ever watched the New England Patriots game? They got those guys with muskets. Those are Patriots. They have live mascots on the sideline. Minnesota Vikings used to have that guy with the motorcycle. All right, what about that? The Raiders. Live mascot. So how come they're allowed and these other teams aren't allowed? And my position is, Dan Campbell, marketing maven. Dan Campbell, marketing maven. He missed his calling. And Roger Goodell and the other big shots there at the NFL and the league office, they're in that Park Avenue bubble there in Manhattan. So I say give the unwashed what they want. Give the unwashed what they want. The unwashed want this. What a wonderful thing. Imagine social media. Go out to the Lions game today. You can put a photo on Instagram with an actual lion. How amazing would that be? People would be lining up around the stadium to take photos for the social media with these live animals. And so the Maller think tank activated. Maller think tank activated. We like to alert all the affiliates the Maller think tank has been activated. And I would like to see mascot madness. Not only should the NFL reverse their position on an anti-live mascot position, they should go the other direction and fully embrace it. Okay, I want this to be like Jackie Moon and, go full Jackie Moon back in the day and the Miami Tropics and bring in Victor the Wrestling Bear for the Chicago Bears. You can have a wrestling bear there, and at halftime, fans can wrestle like Chet Kopic, the old sportscaster, did with a bear, which actually happened at an ABA game back in the day. But I think every team should put their mascot out, a live mascot, and just turn the gridiron into the Serengeti. And you'd have lions and bears and jaguars and rams, and you'd have, of course, the Colts and the Broncos would be out there running around, running free. The Panthers would run amok over there. You'd have actual bison. How great would it be to go to a Bills game? Now, why don't you have a buffalo? You have one in Colorado. You got a bunch of buffalo in Colorado. Put a live buffalo on the sideline. Imagine going to a Ravens game. You see a Ravens nest with an actual raven right there. And the Cardinals could get an actual cardinal. Put that in the stadium. The Falcons. The New York Jets could have a real jumbo jet in the end zone. How sweet would that be? You score a touchdown, you run to the cockpit. That'd be awesome. It'd be amazing. Right? The 49ers can have someone trying to find gold with a metal thing, a metal bowl. Put that out there. Why not? I don't know what the Cleveland Browns would do. They just have a bag of poo or something like that. It's our live mascot, Deuce. Just right. The Buccaneers, don't they already have a pirate ship? They do, right? They already have that covered there in Tampa. They've got that. The Chargers could just have an electrician as their mascot. They could put somebody out there who's a union tradesman, electrician. The Houston Texans could just have an actual Texan, and you can go down. You can play the game all you want, but I think it's a great idea. I love it. I rubber stamp it. Wonderful. Just make that. Just get that through the legal department at the NFL. Now, the parting shot on this, let's go to Houston. We go from Detroit to Houston, and then we go down to up to Foxborough, rather, from Houston. So we go up to Foxborough. Bill Belichick. I continue to be fascinated by the mind of Bill Belichick as he continues to feed the content machine for struggling overnight gas bags and blowhards. So Bill Belichick was given the opportunity by one of the Patriot beat reporters to announce to the world once and for all, there is no quarterback controversy in New England, that Mac Jones is going to be the Patriot starter. What did Bill Belichick do? Did he, A, say, yes, you are correct, Mac Jones is going to be our quarterback? Did he say that? B, did Bill Belichick give no comment? Or C, Bill Belichick gave a non-answer answer? The answer would be C. Belichick declined the opportunity when asked that. Belichick responded, quote, everybody is out here competing. Everybody is out here competing. That's what everybody is doing, close quote. So how do you assess Bill Belichick refusing a direct question to name Mac Jones the starter? So this is standard chow. Bill Belichick has a spiritual gift. He does. It involves tongues or a tongue. He speaks in tongues. That's what I'm getting at here. Some unknown language, which is his proprietary blend that Belichick has mastered here. And we know that he's a great war historian. He loves the history of combat. His father was a military person there, and his early days were spent in Annapolis. And so we know that about Belichick. And one of the people that anybody if you ever come across anybody in the military who's like really into the military, and you bring up the name Sun Tzu, Art of War, bam, right? And Belichick loves the Sun Tzu stuff, the Art of War stuff, and his approach to deception, never give a straight answer, and never tip your hand, and all that stuff. But it's pretty apparent at this point, barring Mac Jones going up and literally puking in a bucket right at midfield, he's going to be the starter for the Patriots, that there's no real quarterback controversy, that Bailey Zappi, who's supposedly done okay, he's hanging out just in case Mac Jones takes a ride on the Vomit Comet, and then Bailey Zappi will be able to buckle in there. But it's clear, though, that Mac Jones does not have a total chokehold on the gig. It's just that he's currently leading the race.